Hi, I'm Sheri, one half of the Scott and Sheri Coolest Campers Ever duo. I'm here today because we had a specific question asked about how to load an electric bike into the Sylvan Go trailer, utilizing it as a toy hauler. So the question asked, she said, I need to be able to do this myself because I go camping alone. So that's why I'm here. We're going to show you how to load our electric bike into the Sylvan Go. Typically, we put the back tire in one of these crates and Scott and I lift it into the trailer ourselves. But because she wanted to see how it could be done solo, we're going to make that video today. So I am here with my electric bike. I will say as a caveat, if you happen to have this electric bike, they do fold in half and the handlebars will come down so they can be made more compact to load and go. But for this particular use, it's actually easier to leave it intact and get it into the trailer. So relatively simple, but I'm going to kind of just show you what I would do is utilize the stair that's here on the Sylvan Go that comes with it. Or you might be able to see in the background, we have the double step that we've made and have a video on that step as well. But I'm going to use the one that's attached to the trailer to try to just make it as simple as possible. And we're going to go one tire at a time and just take it up the steps. Oops. I actually do go ahead and get the back tire up on the step before I start to go into the trailer myself. I don't go all the way in because I don't want to smack my head on this. I actually kind of fit, but most people are taller than me. So I'm halfway in and I'm going to put that other tire up and the bike is in the Go. At that point, I don't know how you pack your trailer. If you're just taking the bike for a ride somewhere or whatever, you might even lay it down in the trailer. But at this point, you're going to pack all your other camping gear in here to make the bike kind of solid against the wall. And then you can choose, we have various Velcro straps that we use to kind of strap things in. You can also strap your bike to the trailer. So let's reverse that. We're gonna get the bike in the middle here so we know we're going down onto the step. We're gonna take one wheel down. That's when I'm gonna come out with the bike and bring it this way. The wheel will touch the ground before the front one comes down. And we're out and ready to go for a ride. A few things I'll say is, like I said, I just go one wheel at a time, one step at a time, no hurry. And then as I'm coming out, I am sort of holding some of the weight of the bike as it comes out so it doesn't come flying out, fall down, and trip on that. You can also utilize the brake on the bike itself to make sure that you can keep it sort of controllable. Last step, I will say, if you want to go kind of super fancy on it, this particular bike has a pedal assist, so we can just turn it on, pedal assist 1, and you could use the throttle to help you guide the bike into the trailer. Me personally, I just feel safer utilizing it without the throttle on, but go ahead and practice it. Try it yourself and see if that helps you load your bike into the trailer easier. But I think that's all it goes. I can load it in here and load it back out. So I wish you well and let's go camping.
We thought this was going to be just a Sheri video, but I thought I would add a couple of options that you might want to consider if you have an e-bike and you're trying to get it in the back of the Go by yourself. So I have the e-bike turned on. I have it in pedal assist, so the throttle will actually make it go. And I'm going to keep my left hand on the brake, the front brake, and you could also use your right hand if you want, but that's where you're working the throttle. And as I also have the steps that we have with the Go, which we highly recommend. Makes it easier to get in and out of the Go. And frankly, it's a little bit easier getting the e-bike up, whether you're lifting it like Sheri did or using this throttle method that I'm showing you now. But I'm going to get the bike right up to the step. I'm going to have my left hand on the front brake And I'm gonna sort of just, instead of lifting all the weight myself, I'm gonna let that rear wheel kind of push it up the step. See that? And then I'm just gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. And then when I get to here, I'm not even gonna use the throttle. I'm just gonna use the steps and just walk it right up. Oops. And then you can secure it inside the trailer however you think it would be best. Like Sheri mentioned, we usually have enough stuff in here, and we use the tub that she showed you, and it just kind of stays upright. And we also put some other odds and ends in that tub, so the bike really stays where it needs to be. But you can certainly use tie downs to keep it secure. There's all kinds of methods you could use for that. Now coming back out, I'm gonna have my hand on the seat. I'm gonna use these steps again. I think it's pretty clear to see the advantage these steps give you. I'm gonna keep my left hand on the front brake and just let that brake out to get the bike down off the steps. And you can see that front wheel is locked up as I'm just kind of letting the weight of the bike bring it down the step. So there you go. One other option that I'll show you, and I promise we've had a request for how to get a motorcycle in this, and I promise we'll do that, but it's going to be a little more in depth than this because I've tried all kinds of options and think I have the best way to do it. But what I'm using for the motorcycle and what could be an option for your bike is a ramp. I picked this up at Harbor Freight. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks. Pretty inexpensive, but this one is, it's pretty heavy. It's not, I'm not sure, I think this is steel. Yep, it says steel single ramp. So it's not aluminum, which would be lighter. So it is kind of heavy, but I'm basically just gonna extend the ramp, move the bike a little bit so I've got room. This ramp has rubber feet right here, and this is pretty obvious from here. It's just rolling it up the ramp, or again, you could use the throttle, but it's pretty easy to roll up, or I can use that throttle and it just kind of goes right up. And then I step here on the step and take it the rest of the way in. Coming back out, I'm using that front brake again with my left hand to make sure it doesn't just slide out of control. And I'm bringing it down. And there we go. That would be an option if you have a ramp like that, or if you want one. Again, they're not very expensive. I have it because I'm going to use this for the motorcycle, because the tilt feature just does not work with a motorcycle. There's not enough front weight to get it back down. And so I think this ramp will be the best option, but that's going to be another video. So please like this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.